Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. I'm tired of shit.
Hello friends and my lovely viewers, welcome back to the channel. Today we will check out a new clan that recently came out. They belong to the tank collection and are called Askavarg. Like always, we will check out their appearance and go through each of the champions' skills. By the way, I just want to remind you all that you can take part in our lovely giveaways by subscribing to the channel. We are really close to 900 subs now, which is the milestone for our $50 giveaway. You may be the lucky winner of this round, and if not, there will also be another giveaway at the 1000 subscriber mark. That being said, let us get on with the video by seeing the female's appearance first. She looks like a complete monster, deadly, strong and wild. I honestly really like the design. It is getting a bit boring and casual having so many wolf champions, but at the same time, I think that she is quite unique and cool. And honestly, the word wolf didn't occur to me first, which is different from the other wolf resemblance champions. She must have been shackled and chained down once upon a time. Perhaps this because of just how strong she is. Anyways, I am giving her a 9 out of 10 for appearance. Let us see the male now. Okay, he has literally the exact same design. There are just minor differences. Like for instance, he has more chains around his waist, different hairstyle, and some changes around his neck. I will give him a 9 out of 10 as well, since they're pretty much the same. By the way, how much would you rate them? I'd love to know your thoughts and preference in the comments below. It is time for their skills now. Let us see the male first. His active is called Flaming Charge. Our male wolf will charge forward, which knocks back the enemies along the path and deals damage equal to 200% of his strength. At the end of this charge attack, he will pull in all the nearby enemies and deal additional damage equal to 300% of his strength. He also inflicts taunt for 2 seconds. This skill will be immediately cast once when entering the battlefield. I kinda find this skill good, not gonna lie. He is definitely acting like a tank while also dealing some damage. Now, this also depends on how the other skills are, but he is charging through enemies, collecting them, and activating taunt effect, which is a great start to something potentially bigger and better. Let's see his passive skill. Raging Frenzy. He gains an aura when entering the battlefield, which lasts for 5 seconds. Allies within his aura will get a buffed movement speed and they will get a control immunity, aka immunity towards control effects. When the aura duration ends, the allies and enemies affected will be counted up and lead to extra bonuses accordingly. So for each ally champion that was within the aura range before the aura ended, there will be a 0.75 second increase of the aura's duration. While for each enemy within the aura range, our champion's max constitution will be increased by 7%. Sounds very cool, to be honest. The only problem is that it doesn't mention about the range of the aura, nor how much the additional movement speed will be given to the ally champs. So unfortunately for us, that still remains an unknown factor. And is the increase of the max constitution a permanent thing? Also, something I realized just now is that he won't gain constitution, but rather the max constitution he has will be increased depending on the enemy count. So I'm a little unsure if this skill is good or bad. It should, in my opinion, be mentioned in the description about how much percentage or points he will gain of certain things. Leaving it empty like this just leaves everyone confused, including us content creators. Anyways, enough about this. Hopefully the ultimate will help us out and give us a clearer picture. His ultimate is called Scorching Abyss. He will use up 400 energy points to cast the Abyssal Aura upon himself. This aura effect sacrifices 200 more energy points for every second to keep itself going. While this aura is activated, our champion will have immunity against all damage. But the downside is that he cannot recover the constitution meanwhile. Thus the constitution recovery stops. The aura effect will also deal damage equal to 5% of our champion's max constitution per second to all enemies within the aura. If an enemy dies within the aura, our champion will regenerate 50 energy points. This one can be really good if built correctly, not gonna lie. Imagine if there's a way to make him constantly immune to all damage. Like it never ends, or like the skill lasts for super long. I wish I could try him out and do some experimentation. Cause if there's a way to build him like that, then he would definitely be worth it in my opinion. Anyways, this all being said, what do you think about his skills? I for one believe that if you build him in the right way, he can become a really great tank for the team. To sum it up, his active knocks back the enemies, gathers them, and taunts them, while his passive buffs the allies and buffs himself according to certain criterias. And then at last his ultimate ensures his immunity towards all damage for some time, and the time can also be prolonged according to how much energy he has. I personally kinda want to summon for him to do some experimentation and whatnot, but well, before I make any rash decisions, we have to take a look at the female champion as well. By the way, before we get started with the female, allow me to thank my sponsor first. This video is sponsored by AppGallery. In case you don't know what AppGallery is, it is a great app store where you can download all your favorite games from. It's just like a regular app store, apart from the fact that it has amazing rewards that is specialized depending on different games. A good news for Bloodline players is that at the moment AppGallery has some amazing offers for the players of the game. You can for instance get 45% off, and this offer is valid until the 12th of November. They also have a VIP program for the more heavy spenders, as you can see on the screen. Anyways, if you are planning to download AppGallery, just follow the step-by-step process that's on the screen at the moment. And for more details, check out the description below. Oh, they also have a giveaway going on right now, so feel free to join their Discord, whose link I will share below as well. By the way, before I forget, let me just mention that AppGallery is available for all Android devices, as well as all the emulators such as LD Player, Nox, BlueSticks, and so on. So yeah, download AppGallery today and enjoy amazing advantages and promotions starting today. That all being said, let's start with the female's active skill, which is called Fiery Fist. Unlike both champions' design of appearance, at least their skills are somewhat different. This is what her skill says. Our female champion will furiously deal blows, which deals a total damage equal to 300% of her strength. This combo will be ended with an uppercut, which knocks up the enemy and deals damage equal to 200% of her strength. And this deals an additional 20% damage of the enemy's current constitution. The extra damage I just mentioned about cannot exceed 1500% of our champion's strength. For each enemy that gets hit, our female strength resistance will be increased by 15% for 4 seconds, stacks up to 2 layers, and cooldown is 7 seconds. This sounded more like a damage dealing skill until the very last part. I think the most important part of this skill is when she knocks up the enemy and where the strength resistance is being boosted up. By the way, also gotta mention it can only be stacked up to 2 layers. So yeah, it may be good or it may not be good. It all depends on the next skills. Let's see our passive skill next. Protective Armor. This one is protecting our champion as well as the allies of our team from ultimate attacks. Obviously it's not 100% immunity, but it looks helpful. Our champion's damage taken from ultimate attacks is reduced by 40%, while the allies have it reduced by only 20%. I feel like this can actually be very good in a way, cause it is mostly the ultimate attacks that eats away at the champion's constitution. Obviously it depends, right? I'm just saying this as an overall thing. Well, time for the ultimate skill of hers. Paralyzing Flame. Our female champion will enter a 5-second defensive state where her strength resistance increases by 40%. She will reflect 70% of the damage taken back to the attacker. The reflecting ratio is determined by the distance of the attacker. The further away they are, the lower the ratio will be, down to a minimum of 45%. This defensive state also gives immunity to control effects and forced movement effects, but this also unfortunately makes her unable to attack and move. I like it a lot. Not only does it increase her strength resistance by quite a big amount, but she can reflect some of the damage that's being launched at her. She cannot attack and move, but I don't think that will lead to any major issues, as her job is to tank the enemy after all. Now that we have gone through both of the champions, it is time for me to give my opinion about them. I am honestly having high hopes for this clan, and I believe they both can become quite strong. I already mentioned earlier that I feel like summoning for them so I can experiment yada yada, but honestly, for the time being, I don't want to promote or push my idea of summoning for this clan. Cause I'm kinda scared that Bloodline might debuff the clan in some days or weeks, and I would honestly feel really sad if I end up making people summon for a champion that later gets drastically debuffed. Thus I've decided to wait for now, and hopefully let all of you know in the follow-up video I'm planning to make for this clan. But if you still want to know if this clan is any good, then I will redirect you to an opinion of one of my viewers. Now, keep in mind that this isn't my personal opinion per se, but this is still an opinion that I think may be valid. As after reading the skills, theoretically I do think that this clan may be good in PvP situations. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching today's video. Feel free to like and comment below, and do subscribe if you want to take part in our giveaways. Have an amazing day everyone, and I'll see all of you in the next video, which hopefully will be the follow-up video. Fingers crossed. Take care, stay foxy, adios, bye!